Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The May 2 episode of The Young and the Restless, recapped here, marked the end of the line for Allison Lanier, at least in Genoa City, at least for now. As Summer learned that both Sally and Chelsea were bailing on Marchetti to take job offers from their boyfriends, insert eye roll, Phyllis and Nick's daughter took off for overseas to find the design firm's next creative director. Michelle Stafford couldn't let the departure of her castmate pass without acknowledging what a tremendous job she had done. "This girl," the Emmy winner exclaimed of Lanier. "What can I say about you? You walked into this role and immediately made it your own. The only unfortunate thing," she added, "is most of the time, and in particular during the first year and a half, our characters were at odds. Lots of fighting on screen." Nevertheless, Stafford was blown away by the gifted performer that Young and Restless found to succeed Hunter Kane this summer. "Man, you jumped in and killed every single day. You are an extraordinary actress. What a pleasure for me to work with you. Truly a pleasure. You are a consummate professional," she continued. "I have no doubt we will be seeing you on the screen sooner than later. I completely believe in you." With that, Stafford expressed her gratitude to Lanier for making it so very easy to play her mom. "Thank you for inhabiting the character so thoroughly. I truly felt like I had a real daughter in you," she said. "Go out there and soar, you gorgeous girl. I absolutely 100% know you will." In a world where storylines twist and turn like ivy on a trellis, and characters live, love, and betray within the blink of an episode, soap operas are more than just scripted drama. They are homes of continuity, of familiar faces and evolving legacies. For the actors who bring these stories to life, the bond is often deeper than dialogue, more enduring than even the longest running character arcs. Such is the case on The Young and the Restless, where Emmy-winning actress Michelle Stafford, known for her unforgettable portrayal of Phyllis Summers, recently took to social media and behind-the-scenes channels to pay tribute to a beloved departing castmate. And while on-screen exits are part of the genre's DNA, off-screen goodbyes strike a more poignant note. Michelle's tribute wasn't merely a farewell. It was a celebration of friendship, of artistry, and of the quiet, powerful impact that working side by side with someone over years or even decades can leave on your soul. The castmate in question, whose name Michelle held close with the intimacy of personal reverence, has been a mainstay on Y&R for years. Whether playing hero, villain, confidant, or foil, their presence was the kind that helped shape Genoa City's heartbeat. Their departure marks the end of an era, not just for fans, but for those who shared dressing rooms, coffee breaks, and late-night line rehearsals. In her tribute, Michelle reflected not on the glitz of red carpet moments or the tension of pivotal scenes, but on the laughter in between takes. "There's something about running lines with someone at 6 a.m., both of you barely awake, coffee in hand, mumbling through a scene you know you'll have to cry through in 2 hours. That kind of thing binds you," she wrote. She described her castmate as a rare soul in this industry, unflinchingly kind, disarmingly humble, and effortlessly talented. Someone who never sought the spotlight but always lit up the room. In a profession known for egos and fragile alliances, theirs was a presence marked by stability, quiet encouragement, and an endless well of patience. Fans often talk about chemistry on screen, the invisible force that makes characters click. What's rarely discussed is that real chemistry begins off-camera. Michelle recounted how many of their best scenes were born not from the scripts themselves, but from the trust they built in rehearsal rooms and long car rides back from set. "We had this one scene, just a simple argument in a kitchen, but something about the way we locked eyes, the timing, the breath between lines, it turned into something electric. That moment wouldn't have happened without the friendship we built outside the scene." She likened it to a dance where both partners know instinctively when to lead and when to follow. "He always gave more than he took. That's rare. That's gold." As word of the castmate's departure began circulating, tributes flooded in. But Michelle stood out, raw, unfiltered, achingly human. It wasn't about accolades or milestones. It was about memories. The time they missed a cue because they were laughing too hard. The advice given backstage before an emotional breakdown scene. The shared resilience during tough production schedules and harder personal times. "I told him, there are people who come into your life and change it just enough that you can't remember what it was like before. You did that for me." He smiled, nodded and said, "Then I did my job." No dramatic music. No tear-filled hug. Just quiet understanding. The kind that lives longer than any soap opera storyline. Departures in daytime television often involve cliffhangers, tragic exits, or surprise returns. But real life rarely provides such fanfare. For those on the inside, the true mark of a legacy lies not in what you did on screen, but how you made people feel when the cameras weren't rolling. Michelle Stafford emphasized this in her tribute, writing, "He didn't need a monologue to make an impact. Sometimes it was the way he listened, the way he remembered everyone's name, even the interns. That's legacy. That's what stays." She also noted how her castmate mentored newer actors, offering tips not just on performance, but on navigating the emotional roller coaster of a life in the spotlight. He knew the power of a kind word at the right moment. So many of us are better because we worked with him. As with many soap opera departures, the possibility of return always lingers, both in fiction and reality. Michelle left fans with a hopeful tease, saying, "We all know how this works. No one's ever truly gone in Genoa City, and besides, some spirits are too bright to stay dim for long." She ended her message with a line that captured both the ache of goodbye and the hope of reunion. "You were my scene partner, my sparring buddy, my backstage therapist. Wherever your next script takes you, I hope it gives you the same joy you gave us. You'll always be part of my storyline." In the theater of daytime drama, exits are never final. But for now, the curtain falls on a chapter that meant something more than ratings or cliffhangers. Michelle Stafford's tribute was not just a message to her colleague. It was a reminder to all who watched and loved The Young and the Restless that behind every character is a human heart, and behind every scene is a bond forged by shared dreams, early mornings, and a passion for storytelling. To the castmate leaving the stage, your absence will be felt in every beat, every silence, every line that now lacks your echo. And, to Michelle Stafford, thank you for reminding us that the stories that matter most are the ones we live between the lines.